Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Namonde. So I'm back with another sewing project. Today we are making a half circle skirt. So I have this winterish looking fabric here. So I thought that let me make myself a nice and warm skirt. So that is what we'll be doing today, making a half circle skirt. Okay, so one of the important things to do when you are trying to design a circle skirt is that you need to find the radius of your skirt. And the way to do that is that you take your waist measurement and you divide it by pi. So in my case, I've already measured my waist. It is 75 centimeters. So I will take my 75 centimeters and I will divide it by 3.14, which is a constant value for pi. So you just put the numbers on your calculator. 75, in my case 75 centimeters divided by 3.14, which is the value of pi. Then you get your number and then you go and create your skirt. So without wasting any time, let's go and design and draft our skirt. Okay, so now we are here. So now this is my fabric. It is folded in half, as you can see. That is the opening there. The fabric is folded in half. So now this is gonna be my waist. This is where I'm gonna put the measurements that I've just done now. The waist measurements divided by pi. This is where I'm gonna try and draft it here. So this is how the fabric is lying, so in half. That is the opened side, and that is the folded side. This side is closed folded side. Okay, so my measurement, my waist measurement divided by pi is, it comes up to 24. So it's 24 centimeters. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and put my measurement like so there. I'm gonna try and rotate this tape measure of mine like so. Rotate it and keep making a dot. Keep making dots to note 24 centimeters. Okay, so I'll put it like so. There's my 24 centimeters there, and then I keep move my tape measure like that and make a dot. 24 centimeters. Okay, so those are my dots there. That is gonna be my, that's gonna be my waist there. Okay, next measurements that we need to do now is your length measurement. So the length of your skirt depends on this side here. You see this space that we have here. So it depends on you how long or short you want your skirt. So if you want it shorter, you make it shorter. If you want it longer, you'll make it longer. So I think I want my length, I think I want my skirt to be a bit longish, to be longer. I think I will take it there at 75 centimeters. So this, it will all depend on you and your fabric. So yeah, so it's all about you, the length of the skirt. So I think mine, I want it to be there at 75 centimeters. So I will do the same. I'll just keep moving. I'll just keep dotting as I did there. Just keep rotating the tape measure and putting a dot. 75 centimeters. Okay, so I've put down my measurements, trying to draft my skirt. As I said before, that this will be my waist. So I've put down my 24 centimeter there. All I did is to rotate the tape measure like so. You keep putting dots. Your 24, and then you draw that line. That's all I did. As you can see, the line that I drew there. And then The next measurements were the length measurements, the length of my skirt. So I took a measurement from there, from 24 down there, which was 75 centimeters. And also I just rotated my tape measure like that. I kept rotating my tape measure and dotting, dot all around. And now the next step now is that I must cut. Okay, so I am done cutting now. As you can see, that is off and that is off, and so that is the shape of our skirt. That is how our half skirt is looking, like so, like so. So I went on and cut as well the waist belt or the waistband, which will also be the elastic casing, since my skirt will have elastic on its waist. So this is the size of my original waist before I made the division by pi, the 75 centimeters. This is the size of my waist. I made it extra. It's more than 75. I made it, I think, by 5 centimeters, just to be safe. So yeah, I made it a couple of centimeters extra, so that I will just cut the excess fabric. And then also I considered the width is the width. I considered my elastic band, that my elastic band must fit there. So yeah, so that is the shape of our skirt. That is the waistband. And then the next step now is that we must go to the machine and start sewing our skirt. Okay, sewing friends. So the next step now is to attach the waistband or the elastic casing waistband. So we need to attach that there on our skirt. So as you can see that I have already pressed my waistband there. So as you can see, I've pressed the raw edges, both the raw edges in there, and then I made a fold there in half, so it looks like that. So yeah, okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna attach this on our skirt. So what I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna pin the waistband all around the waist, as you can see. So I'll just continue pinning all around and all around. Okay, so the pinning is done. I've pinned my waistband all around my skirt. So the next thing now is that I must just go and stitch there on that crease line there. So I'll just stitch there all around. Okay, so I have done the stitching. The stitching is now done. So I did not mention this earlier on, that how I've put my fabric. This is I've put my fabric this way, that the right side or the outside side of the fabric is facing up, and then I've put the waistband facing the right side of the skirt. So the right side of the waistband and the right side of the skirt are facing each other, like so. So that is how I've put my fabric. I'm mentioning this because this fabric, you cannot really tell which one is the right side or the wrong side. So yeah, so the next thing now that I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go on and close my skirt. So I will close it like so. I will start stitching there from the waistband all the way through to the bottom. So I'll go on and close my skirt now, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, so the stitching is done. I have closed the skirt. The skirt is now closed. So now it's time to finish up the waist belt, the waistband. Okay, so what I am gonna do now is that I'm gonna continue with that fold there. As you can see, the fold that I've done before even attaching the waist belt. So I'll continue just finishing up by folding there, and then I will pin there. So I will just pin all around the waist. Okay, so yeah, so I'll pin all around the waist, and then I'll go to my machine and stitch. So I want to show you something. I've left a gap there. I've made a double pinning there. I've made double pins there, double pin, and I left a gap there so that I can be able to put my elastic in when I am done stitching. Okay, so I will finish pinning my skirt, and then I'll go to the machine and sew, and then I'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, so waistband is finally attached. Now waistband is attached, as you can see there. So the next step now is to put on our elastic band. Okay, so I will use that safety pin there, and then the space that I left there, and then I will use it to put on my elastic. Okay, so the next thing that I'm gonna do now is to go on and stitch my elastic, which I will do something like that. I will make an overlap situation there like that. Two elastic will overlap each other, and then I will make a zigzag stitch there, and then I will close the skirt. Okay, so I will select my zigzag stitch there, and okay, so the elastic is in now, friends. I've just put the elastic in, and I have just closed the space that I left there to put the elastic. So as you can see, the skirt is looking so, the elastic is in. So I also went on and pressed the hem like that. Press the hem and pin it. So now the next thing is to finish up the hem, and then our skirt will be done. Okay.